Two of the best in the South Central Football Conference. The South Medford Panthers host the Sheldon Irish here on Table Rock Sports. Welcome to this live streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts and its outstanding sponsors who make these live presentations possible. I'm Chris Clayton from Spiegelberg Stadium in Medford, Oregon. Thanks for joining us here today. This is the Lithia Superstore pregame show, a crucial matchup here between these two teams. The Sheldon Irish got off to a slow start this year, losing their first two games, but a couple terrific opponents taking them down. And a top-notch program in Hawaii, that's Mililani, who's 6-1 on the year, and West Lynn, who's number 1 in the state. That's the two teams that really blew out Sheldon the first two games. The Irish have got back on track, very much so, the last 3 weeks. 50-12, they beat Roseburg last week. McNary, they beat 49-6. And then a few weeks ago, they beat Sprague 50-13. So the Irish are looking like a powerhouse again and are very much back on track. South Medford sits at 4-1. The Panthers with a win at Sprague by a score of 28-19 last week. This would certainly be the win of the year for the 4-1 South Medford Panthers, looking to beat the Irish for the first time since 2017. Plenty of motivation if you're South, looking for the first win in 6 years. This class of players, always a point of pride to try and beat these teams from up north, and that includes Sheldon. They'll try and get it done today against a very talented squad. We're happy to have you all along with us here on TableRockSports.net on partnership with the Medford School District and our sponsor business partners. Joe Brett is the executive producer for this event. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. Please help Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And thank you if you already have. Well, last year's battle between these two squads very much went the way of Sheldon, 49-0 in Eugene. The Irish were able to take down South Medford. So the Panthers, if they didn't have enough motivation already, just trying to beat Sheldon, historically speaking, it's fresh in the minds of these South Medford players. Now, there's a caveat. There was 5 starters away from that game for South Medford due to injury, so they had some health issues, but that was also a really talented Sheldon squad. The Irish last year made it all the way to the state championship game, in which they lost to powerhouse West Lynn by a score of 23-14. So it's not a bad Sheldon team to lose to last year, and the Panthers are hoping that the comforts at home and this crowd can help them out. It'll certainly be a great crowd on hand here at Spiegelberg Stadium as people continue to file in and support this South Medford squad, looking for a big-time victory. Table Rock Sports is excited to be partnering with Row Credit Union once again for the Touchdown Club. Row Credit Union will donate $10 for every Panther touchdown scored this year, and Black Tornado as well. Proceeds go to the school's athletic departments. Gotta love those awesome LED lights flashing to the tune of the South Medford fight song here at Spiegelberg, one of the many upgrades they've done here at this facility over the years. The Panthers run out on the Cobb Field with black helmets today with blue jerseys and white pants. That'll be the combination for South Medford. Sheldon not on the field yet, but saw them in warm-ups. They'll be wearing black helmets, white uniforms, and black pants. Those are the jersey uniform combinations for these two South Central Conference foes. Before or after the game, it's a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite beverage. When you stop to get your Dutch love, please tell them thanks for sponsoring these live athletic streams on Table Rock Sports. South Medford, big key today, as it always is, for Bill Singler's squad. Can they run the football effectively? They certainly were able to do so last week. 374 yards rushing in last week's 28-19 victory at Sprague. It needs to be noted that's a Sprague team that Sheldon was able to beat 50-13. Now, I think that 28-19 being there in Salem, it would have been a bit more one-sided in favor of South Medford had they taken care of the ball a little bit better. South Medford had a fumble at midfield and a fumble in the red zone. That kept Sprague in the game as well. All right, we'll go to a break here on the Lithia Superstore pregame show, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. And we'll be back, kickoff after this.
it takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Thanks for the ride. I'll see you after the game.
Hey,
Dear Katie, I've been your #1 fan since I watched your first game all those years ago, and I still love watching you play. But I wanted to see you win so badly that my competitive nature got the best of me. I lost track of what's important. I thought I was supporting you, but I was really just embarrassing you. I'm not your coach, and I'm not an official. I forgot my role. I'm your parent, and you deserve better. From here on, I promise to keep my emotions under control. I'll cheer for you and all the other players, no matter the score, no matter the outcome. Thank you for sharing with me how I can do a better job of supporting you, your team, your coaches, and the sports you love. Still your #1 fan. Love, Dad.
Back at Spiegelberg Stadium, a beautiful Friday night under the lights. South Medford and Sheldon, two of the best in the South Central Football Conference, doing battle. It's a Sheldon team that has been able to put up some points over South Medford in recent meetings. 4 straight wins for Sheldon over South. 49, 54, 34, and 45 points for Sheldon in the last 4 matchups in this series. So that obviously a point of emphasis for Bill Singler's squad. Can they get the stops necessary? The Panthers have been a physical squad here this season, but this may be their biggest test yet. Of course, South Salem was a tough one. It was a game that South lost 45 to 21. But this is a Sheldon team with a whole lot of talent. Cameron Ragu for South Medford is coming off a big performance last week. 156 rush yards and a touchdown. Also had 7 tackles in the win at Sprague. The transfer from 3A Cascade Christian has been a big impact player for South Medford, and they're going to need him to play well again. This is a Sheldon team that has a lot of talent. At quarterback, going to be Colby Perosa. He's a first-year starter. He's replacing Brock Thomas, who was All-State and is now playing for the Oregon Ducks. So pretty big shoes to fill for Perosa, and he's done a good job so far. Last week he was 11 of 14, 146 yards and a couple touchdowns in the win against Roseburg. And he can run as well. This 6'4" frame, he's got more than 200 rush yards and 4 touchdowns on the ground this year. Mana Tuioti, just a junior, but an absolute force on both sides of the ball. As a sophomore, Tuioti was honorable mention All-State as a linebacker. Last week at 121 all-purpose yards. He's rushed for 270 yards and 6 touchdowns this season. So for the Sheldon Irish, look for Mana Tuioti at linebacker and running back today to really lead the charge. They've got Michael Urias, a big-time force on the offensive line. He's only 5'11", but 245 pounds and an all-state level offensive lineman. Urias, a team captain as well for the Sheldon team. And comes in averaging 31 points per game. Now we are just about ready to get things going as the Panthers and the Irish take the field. Chris Clayton here with you on Table Rock Sports from Spiegelberg Stadium. The Panthers will take the football first. South Medford has been running the ball so well this year. Going to be a huge story. 328 rush yards per game, 17 touchdowns on the ground. Only 100 pass yards per game, though, for the Panthers. Got to think the passing attack will become a factor today. And we're underway. It's kicked deep by Rocco Graziano, one of the best kickers in the state, and his leg on full display as he launches it into the end zone for a touchback. First-year starting quarterback Colby Schwartz and the Panthers take the field. Schwartz had a passing and rushing touchdown last week. He's thrown for 4 touchdowns and 4 picks this year. Coming into this game this week, Bill Singler, talking with Chris Henry of the Rogue Valley Times, said, look, we're going to have to throw the ball. Good teams are going to stack the box against us. But the Panthers' MO always to run first. They come out in the eye and they will run the football. They go up the middle and taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Ryder Scheid getting the first carry of the game. His 92nd carry of the season is a no gain from the 21-yard line. So a 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. We're just underway at Spiegelberg Stadium in Medford. South Medford moving right to left in front of us with their black helmets, blue uniforms, and white pants. Sheldon with their black helmets, white jerseys, and black pants, I should say, on the road. From the shotgun, South Medford with a handoff on an outside sweep to Cameron Ragu, and he is taken down after only a gain of a yard. The Sheldon defense steps up. Will Haverland leading the way on the tackle. It was Bridger Foss on the carry, his first touch of the game, and he, again, only got a yard. Panthers are really keen on balancing out the rushing attack. They like to go to Foss, Ragu, and Scheid to keep the defense off balance. They each have their own unique characteristics as runners, but so far, a couple carries for 1 yard and a key 3rd and 9 for the Panthers in the opening drive of the game. Minute 15 in, a 3rd and 9 for South at their own 22-yard line. From the left hash, I formation behind Schwartz, 2 receivers right. Schwartz with a fake handoff. He's got a pocket, looking to throw deep downfield, one-on-one coverage at midfield, incomplete. Trying to hit a Johnny Ingram, but step for step in coverage, the junior Carrot Cato. Cato, a terrific defensive back. He had a pick 6 last week in the win against Roseburg. So South Medford will start the game with a 3-and-out as the punt squad comes out onto the fields. Ingram's been a big play receiver this year. 31 yards per catch. He has just 4 catches this year, but it's gone for 123 yards. Try to hit him downfield early. The punt unit's out for South Medford, and it's kicked deep by Gannon Jones. Not a great kick, but it hits at midfield, takes a Panthers bounce, and rolls down to the 39-yard line. So all in all, not a bad kick. It's 39 yards with no return off the foot of Jones. And now Sheldon's offense will take the field. The Irish 50, 49, and 50 points in their last 3 games. Wins over Roseburg, McNary, and Sprague. The Irish have a nice balance, but they also have been primarily a running team. Montetuioti led the team last week with 121 all-purpose yards and 3 touchdowns. He's in the backfield now to the left of the starting quarterback, Colby Perosa, who's also a first-year starting QB. 1st and 10 for Sheldon at their own 39. Perosa raises his right foot, drops it back to the turf, takes the snap, hands it to Odie, and he's blown up at the line of scrimmage. Physical hit in the backfield. That's Makani Manawai for South Medford. He did not play last week. Good to see him out on the field, and he combined with his teammate Gabe Stazak to take down Tuioti for no gain. Nearly 7 yards per carry this season for Tuioti. His big brother Tatum Tuioti was a star last year for the Irish, now plays for the Oregon Ducks. 2nd and 10, Perosa takes a snap, fakes Tuioti. Quick screen out to the right side. At the line of scrimmage, it's caught, but he's blown up right there. Landon Core made the catch and had nowhere to go. The South Medford defense stepping up as Ryder Scheid made the tackle at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the completion. Try to get some blockers out front of Core on the edge, but there was nothing there. So now Sheldon put into a tough situation on their opening drive. It's 3rd and 10 at their own 39-yard line. 3 receivers to the left. Perosa from the right hash. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, pumps left. Now looking middle, got a man wide open, complete. Broken tackle at midfield. First down for the Irish to the Panthers' 48-yard line. Will Haverland, 6'5", 230 on the receiving end there, and he is able to pick up 13 yards and a fresh set of downs for Sheldon. The shoulder fake for Perosa, really well done on the play. Looked like he was maybe going to throw a screen pass, fooled the defense, and just tossed it over the middle to the wide-open Haverland. Perosa takes a snap, fakes it to Eady. Now he tries to run right side, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It's a shoestring tackle by Grady McQuillan. Tough South Medford front, stuffing the run so far. Screen pass is often just kind of an extension of the run game. And those 3 have combined to go for 0 yards. So it's 2nd and 10 for the Irish at the Panthers' 48-yard line in their first drive of the game. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Panthers with a 3-and-out on their first effort with the ball. Sheldon across midfield in their first possession. Tuioti is straight behind Perosa. He takes the handoff. Got blockers out in front. He's running left, trying to break it to the outside. Ooh, a mean stiff arm, but then a gang tackle by South Medford at the 43-yard line. Give it a 5-yard gain for Tuioti. So an initial terrific stiff arm by Tuioti gave himself some space. But then the Panthers with a team effort swarming to the ball. And it's 3rd and 5 now for Sheldon. The Irish look to the sideline towards head coach Josh Line in his 7th year at the helm. Former Oregon Ducks fullback, was previously the head coach at 4A Marshfield. Taking this job, he's done a great job leading this Irish team to a state runner-up last year. On the 3rd and 5, Perosa takes a snap, fakes the handoff, rolls right side. Now he's looking to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 35. Finally tackled at the 30 by Bridger Foss. A 13-yard scamper for Perosa and another Sheldon first down on 3rd down. First, they get a 13-yard completion on 3rd and 10. This time on 3rd and 5, it's a 13-yard run by Perosa. It's what you want from a senior quarterback. Perosa, team captain for Sheldon, making plays in big spots. Trips to the left on 1st and 10 for Sheldon at the Panthers' 30-yard line. Tuioti's the tailback to the left of Perosa. Raises his right leg. The snap to Perosa. He's looking to throw left side. It's a quarterback draw. He's running up the middle with a lot of room. Inside the 20, inside the 10. The speed of Perosa for a Sheldon touchdown. 30 yards. The Irish march down the field, 2 third-down conversions, and just like that, it's 6-0 Sheldon. Well, some promising plays defensively for South Medford to start the drive out, stuffing a couple runs and a screen pass, but just the playmaking senior quarterback, Colby Perosa, with his 5th rushing touchdown of the year. The extra point is up, and it is good. Rocco Graziano, the all-state kicker, knocks it through. It's a 7-0 advantage now. Sheldon holding the lead over South Medford. Let's go to a quick break. Irish taking advantage over the Panthers here from Table Rock Sports.
Well, taking a pause in the action and a chance to visit with Fred Conzella, our District 549C Athletic Director. We've got some exciting things to talk about. First off, Fred, your new digs here at Oakdale Middle School. My grandson's part of the 6th grade class.
Oh, amazing.
And really excited about opportunities in the new school.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we're really pleased to be opening our 3rd middle school. And for the first time in Medford School District history, all of our 6th graders are now at the middle school. And with that comes the opportunity to participate in activities such as music daily, band, orchestra, choir, those.
Back at Spiegelberg Stadium, it's a 7-0 lead for Sheldon over South Medford with 6:24 to go in the first quarter. 30-yard rushing touchdown for Colby Perosa. And the Irish come out to kick it deep to the Panthers. Bridger Foss collects it right at the goal line at the Graziano boot. And Foss fights out across the 20-yard line. Markham at the 21. The same spot this Panthers offense started their drive to start the game off. The Panthers with the 3-and-out, forced to punt. Sheldon on their drive went 7 plays, 61 yards, and in for a touchdown in about 3 minutes. They had 2 third-down conversions on that drive. It wasn't easy, but the Irish are able to get in with 43 yards rushing from their quarterback on that drive. Panthers come out 1st and 10 from the right hash. It's a toss play to the outside to Scheid, and he's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Ryder Scheid on the toss play. Again, the Panthers averaging more than 300 rush yards per game this season. So far, they've run the ball 3 times for 1 yard with 1 pass attempt on a downfield ball to Ajani Ingram. 2nd and 10 for South, this time from the left hash. See if that Panthers offensive line can get some footing here, create some holes. Schwartz is under center this time. Scheid goes in motion. Schwartz takes the snap, toss play right side. This is Cameron Ragu trying to find a crease, still driving the legs. They get a couple yards. Markham at the 24. That's a 3-yard gain for Cameron Ragu. Ragu, just a junior, but a really physical back. He's got great size, coming in at 6'1", listed at 185. He had a spectacular 45-yard rushing touchdown last week where he broke maybe 4 or 5 tackles against Sprague, including a 6 spin move. 8 yards per carry this year for Ragu. So it's 2nd and 7 for the Panthers. It's a draw play on, actually that's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they run a halfback draw. Nowhere to go for Bridger Foss in the middle. He's able to scrap forward for 3 yards. That's it. And South Medford will bring out the punt squad. So last 3rd down in the first drive, they went downfield with a pass. This time they come up just a couple yards short. 4th and 3 for South at their own 28-yard line, and they will punt it away. Gannon Jones collects, boots it deep. Pretty good punt here at the 35. Sheldon has a return out across the 40-yard line before he's thrown down. That's Quincy Peterson on the return for Sheldon. Markham at the 43-yard line. Well, 2 drives, 2 3-and-outs for the Panthers. Sheldon already up 7-0, 4:23 to go here in the first quarter. Their 2nd drive of the game. South Medford showed some life, forcing Sheldon to 2 third downs in their first drive. Back out in the shotgun. Sheldon from the left hash, and there's a flag down before the play even begins. Official runs in. I think this is on Sheldon, maybe a snap infraction. The official was pointing to the center. He signaled the rotating of the hands for essentially a full start, but that's same for a snap infraction. So we'll say that's on the center based on the body language I see from the officials. So Sheldon's pushed back 5 yards, and this drive will start with a 1st and 15 for Sheldon at their own 38-yard line. Perosa, the quarterback, ball at the left hash, snap it to him. He's got blockers in front looking for a designed run, and he's met near the line of scrimmage. 3 yards, and that's it. South Medford, another tough play defensively, stopping the run. There's a flag down after the play. I think that was Makai Manawai again. Manawai, an all-conference defensive lineman. In terms of on the tackle, that is to say. I'm not sure about this flag. Let's get our signal here from the official. Personal foul, and it's on South Medford, a face mask. Untimely face mask had Sheldon a 2nd and 13 situation. Oh, wait a minute. Correction. It's on Sheldon. So the other official had to come in and correct our umpire and say, no, I meant on Sheldon. So our referees get on the same page, and that's a face mask on the Irish. So now it's listed at 1st down, and I think it should be 2nd down, right? After the play? The official held one finger up. They're going to have it at 1st down. The ball's way back at the 26-yard line. They've got to get to the 43, or rather 47. It's first and 27. Just doing the numbers in my head. First and 27. Perosa takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's running left side. He's got room. Block out in front. Oh, nice play. Johnny Ingram sheds the block and makes the tackle. A decent gain of 6 yards, but the reason for the excitement, if Ingram doesn't make that play, Perosa might still be running. 5 carries, 52 yards for Colby Perosa. 7-0 Sheldon leads South Medford. 3:30 to go in the first quarter. It is a 2nd and 20 for Sheldon thanks to the face mask against the Irish. From their own 32-yard line. Perosa takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws a quick screen out left side. It's complete to Graziano. Got blockers out in front. Graziano past the 45 before he's thrown out of bounds by Cameron Ragu. Markham at the 46. So that's a 14-yard pickup. Very manageable 3rd down now after the screen pass. First catch of the day for Graziano. Sheldon working with a little bit of tempo here, trying to get up to the line quickly. They got a 3rd and 6 from their own 47-yard line. Trips to the right. Graziano takes the snap, fakes the pass right. He goes back to the left, and he's got room. It's complete to Peterson with blockers in front. Inside the 40, now inside the 30, still running. Peterson tackled at the 5 by Ragu. Sheldon working the screen pass again. 48 yards, make it 49 on the screen pass completion, and it's 1st and goal for the Irish. First catch of the day for Peterson, the junior wide receiver. Sheldon rushes to the line. Perosa takes the snap. He runs left, met at the 2-yard line, trying to drive the legs. Panthers gang tackling, and it's a stop at the 1-yard line. 3-yard gain on the run for Perosa. 7-0, Sheldon leads South Medford, 2:35 to go in the first quarter. And the Irish are on the doorstep of punching it in again. Such a physical front and backfield. The running back, though, is Peterson to the right of the quarterback. Actually, it's a direct snap to Tuioti, and the big 230-pound running back powers it in for the touchdown off the direct snap. 13-0 Sheldon. On the 1-yard Tuioti rushing touchdown. 7th TD of the year for the junior. So silence running over Spiegelberg Stadium here as Sheldon has come out firing in this first quarter. 2:15 to go in the first, and it's 13-0 Sheldon just like that. Graziano out to kick. The holder is Tyler Wright. He gets it down, and the kick is good. Just like that, it's 14-0. Sheldon leads South Medford. Panthers got some work to do. They'll have the ball next when we come back on Table Rock Sports.
My name's Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that we are helping save money.
Welcome back. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Sheldon leads South Medford 14-0, 2:15 to go in the first quarter. The Panthers haven't beat Sheldon since 2017. The Irish coming out dominating early in this game. Rocco Graziano, one of the state's best kickers, launches another kickoff through the end zone for a touchback. So South's got some work to do. The first 2 drives for South Medford, 3 and out and 3 and out. see if they can get something going offensively. They'll start this drive at their own 20-yard line off the touchback. The Panthers have thrown it once on an incompletion and a downfield ball. So far they have 5 carries for a total of 7 yards. They run it right side. It's the quarterback, Colby Schwartz, and he's got a first down and a little bit more. Just a sweep out to the right side by the senior QB. An 11-yard gain for Schwartz to the 31-yard line. Great start to the drive for the Panthers, adding a little wrinkle with the quarterback sprint out to the right side. Longest play of the day, and the first down for South Medford comes with 2:08 to go in the first quarter. South comes out in the I formation from the right hash. 2 receivers to the left. It's Duclos and Ingram. Schwartz, the quarterback, takes the snap, handoff up the middle to Scheid. Nowhere to go. He's bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. Taken down by Mana Tuioti, the All-State linebacker. Mana's big brother Tatum Tuioti, All-State defensive lineman last year, playing for the Oregon Ducks and getting playing time as a true freshman. And his dad, Tony, he's the defensive line coach at Oregon. So obviously got some talent. Here's a quick screen out to the left side. It's complete to Scheid. He's got a little bit of room out to the 38-yard line before he's taken down. 7-yard pickup on the quick screen from Schwartz out to Scheid. First completion of the day for the Panthers. And a physical tackle to finish off the play too. So here's a manageable 3rd and 3 for South Medford. 1:10 to go and counting in the first quarter. Schwartz gets the play and runs back out to the middle of the field to the huddle. The Panthers break the huddle with their black helmets, blue uniforms, and white pants. They're under center from the left hash. Big play here on this 3rd down and 3 from their own 43. Handoff up the middle to Ragu. Nowhere to go. Stoned at the line of scrimmage. Looked like confusion on exactly which side the handoff was supposed to be to. And Schwartz at the last second switched hands. Didn't help or really hurt the play much. It was actually Ryder Scheid on the carry. Excuse me, that was Scheid. For no gain again. 4th and 3 for South Medford. And at their own 43, down 14, you'd think maybe they consider going for it here. But the Panthers will at least be in punt formation. It looks like Sheldon is kind of in a zone here, ready for a fake. Gannon Jones is the punter. Takes it. Almost blocked. Just got rid of it. Ball bounces at the 41 and to the 37-yard line. Sheldon will start with the ball once again. So 3 drives, 1 first down to show for it so far for the Panthers. That was their most successful drive so far as South got up to the 38-yard line. Sheldon starts at their own 37. The Irish marching down the field. Really a lot of it behind the legs of Colby Peroza, the quarterback, with 6 carries for 55 yards. He's also 4-4 through the air for 76 yards. Big time day. Career start to the game for Colby Peroza. 14-0, Sheldon leading South Medford, 6.5 seconds to go. This will be the final play of the first quarter. Peroza takes a snap, fakes it to Tuioti, and he'll run left side, makes a juke, and Scheid tackles him. It's a pickup of 7 yards for Peroza to end the first quarter. Wow, it is all Irish. Sheldon looking good on the road in this South Central Football Conference clash. Up 2 touchdowns of the Panthers in Table Rock Sports.
They're very curious about your new family member.
Hello.
We built her so we could get a family plan.
Well, with U.S. Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines.
Oh.
I guess we don't need a 4th line anymore.
This is awkward.
U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Visit U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, Southern Oregon's exclusive authorized agent for U.S. Cellular, now serving Roseburg and Klamath Falls. See SOUScellular.com for details.
Second quarter underway here in our Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by Siskiyou. Chris Clayton here with you from Table Rock Sports. 14-0, Sheldon leading South Medford, and the Irish have a 2nd and 3 at their own 44-yard line to start the second quarter. Perosa takes a snap, throw near side. It's to Rocco Graziano. He's got a first down and a bit more on this screen pass. That's a 12-yard gain for Graziano on the quick little strike. Really, everything Sheldon has done, for the most part, has been successful. There was a few plays early. South was able to stuff the interior runs, so credit those interior defensive linemen. But Sheldon is moving the ball now. Perosa, the quarterback, has a total of 150 yards passing and rushing. He fakes the handoff from the South 44. Perosa throws opposite side, overthrown, picked off. Ajani Ingram, he's got a chance at a return across midfield. A blocker in front, out at the 34. Ajani Ingram making a play. Interception on the overthrow. That's the spark the Panthers needed. Perosa went back across his body, threw to his left, too high. He had an open man. It wasn't a bad decision by any means, but early in the second quarter, that's a type of play that can flip the game. Ingram with his second pick of the year, the junior defensive back with a pretty darn good return as well. They spot him at the Sheldon 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the right hash. Schwartz takes the snap. Pitch play left side to Ragu, and he's hit in the backfield. Breaks a couple tackles, but 2 more Sheldon players are there to take him down. A loss of a yard for Ragu, who's been bottled up so far. He's got 2 carries for 2 yards. Ragu was incredible last week with 156 rush yards and more than 10 yards per touch. On the season, Ragu has 8 yards per carry. He's been a terrific weapon for the Panthers. 14-0 Sheldon, 11-10 to go in the second quarter. South has the ball at the Irish 36-yard line. And a 2nd and 12 from the left hash. Schwartz fakes the handoff. He's got pressure coming, rolls right, throws, completes to Foss underneath. Foss inside the 30, fights forward up to the 27-yard line. So give it a gain of 9 yards on the completion to Foss. Foss, last week, was a very popular target as he pulled in 4 passes. He actually leads the team with 11 catches this year. Last week against Sprague, South only had 5 completions. 4 of them were to Bridger Foss. He's the second different target hit today. South now with 16 pass yards on 2 completion. Handoff up the middle to Ragu on 3rd and short. Ragu's got the first down. He gets to the 21-yard line. 6 yards for Cameron Ragu. And that is the longest run play of the game for the Panthers to a halfback. Quarterback Schwartz had a run of 11 yards, but the tailbacks have been bottled up before that play by Ragu on 3rd down to get the first down. Just outside the red zone at the Sheldon 21. Off the Ingram interception, Panthers driving down 14-0 with 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Single set backfield straight behind Schwartz. It's Ragu, the tailback. Schwartz takes the snap, fakes to him. It's a misdirection play to Foss, and Foss bounces off a couple players and is swarmed by a sea of white uniforms, but he did fall forward to the 19. 2 yards to Bridger Foss. Well, you got to give credit to Sheldon and the preparation they've put in. These misdirection plays are not working so far. The Irish coaching staff, led by head coach Josh Line, have certainly prepared their defense for these plays. They're ready for them. As this game goes on, we'll see what type of wrinkles Bill Singler and the Panthers have to make some adjustments. They've got a 2nd and 8 at the Irish 19-yard line. Schwartz comes from the sideline, instructs the huddle. They break it. They'll come out with trips receivers to the left, a shotgun. The tight end off to the right is Deshaun Jackson, the junior, and everybody moved before the snap. Tailback, the right side of the line, not on the same page, and a damaging false start against South Medford. So now to be 2nd and 13 instead of a 2nd and 8. Ball's pushed back to the 24-yard line. Trips to the left, they'll run the same play. It's a fake handoff to Foss. Schwartz running right side, trying to get around the edge, and he's hit at the 22-yard line. Just a 2-yard gain. So Schwartz ran for 11 yards on his first carry in the first quarter. That time he only goes for 2. So it'll be 3rd and 11 for the Panthers at the Sheldon 22-yard line. South has thrown the ball 3 times so far, 2 of 3 through the air for 16 yards. Throwing situation, you would think, and they will. Schwartz takes the snap. He's got a pocket, throws right side, overthrown, incomplete. I don't know if somebody ran the wrong route or a miscommunication, but it certainly was not on target. Schwartz lofted it right side, maybe for Foss. Almost intercepted. But it hit the turf, and the Panthers will have a 4th and 11 now at the Sheldon 22. Off the Johnny Ingram interception. Can South Medford take advantage? This would be a 39-yard field goal, so they're not going to kick it. The longest field goal they've made this season from the sophomore Jaden Thonstad was 23 yards. They don't feel comfortable kicking a 39-yarder. Got to have these 11 yards here to keep the drive going. 1 receiver to each side. Due close to the right, Ingram to the left. Quarterback Schwartz takes the snap, rolls left. Stops, got pressure, fires to the end zone for Ingram. Flag in the end zone. No, there's no. I thought I saw a flag. No flag. Ingram couldn't get to the ball. It's incomplete. So my eyes deceived me there. I thought I saw a flag flying in, but either way, Sheldon has the stop. Tried to loft it over the top to Ingram, looking to make a play on the ball. Couldn't get to the football, and another South Medford turnover on downs. And that feels like a costly one. You get the interception. Stellar field position, not able to come up with any points. 14-0, Sheldon still leads South Medford, 8:41 to go in the first half. Irish will start with this drive at their own 22. Perosa takes the snap, fakes the handoff right, trying to run left, and he's taken down after a gain of 3. A host of South Medford tacklers there, led by Riley Perkins and Grady McQuillan. McQuillan, the junior, has been disruptive in his junior season so far with 3 tackles for loss. Having another nice day, very active. Perosa, 8 carries for 65 yards and a touchdown today. He's also 5 of 6 through the air with a touchdown and an interception, though. His only miss is that INT on the previous drive. 2nd and 7 for Sheldon at their own 25. Perosa with 2 receivers each side. Tuiotis, the tailback to his left. He fakes to him, throws left, rejected. Knocked back down to the turf. That's Grady McQuillan on the play for South. The 6'1 junior just read that beautifully. Knocked it down, and now it's 3rd and 7. This is more of the start defensively South was looking for. Stop the run. Disrupt Perosa, but Perosa had a lot of time to throw early in this game and made him pay. 3rd and 7 for Sheldon at their own 25. Graziano comes into feint motion. Perosa takes a snap. Pocket collapses. He tries to run. Down he goes. That's officially a sack as he's hit in the backfield. Jacob Dalton and Caleb Morgan there to combine for the sack. A loss of a yard, and it's 4th and 8. Sheldon will bring out the punt team. How about that? A little bit of a deflating result to South Medford's previous drive offensively. But they look like they have the stop here. Graziano's the punter. Runs to his right. Boots it high in the air. It'll bounce at the 48-yard line. Take a Sheldon roll kind of towards the sideline, diagonal to the 43. South will have good field position with the ball at their own 43-yard line. 7:01 to go in the first half. Still plenty of time. I think Panthers fans probably a little disappointed to see, if you're just joining us, what this score is. It's kind of a quick haymaker thrown by Sheldon early in this game. South Medford had a 3-and-out. Sheldon with a quick touchdown drive. South with another 3-and-out. Sheldon with another touchdown drive. So that's just a really disastrous start for South Medford, but maybe the Panthers are getting back on track. Got the ball here at their own 43. Handoff to Ragu, left side on 1st and 10. Blown up in the backfield. 5 Sheldon players on Ragu, and he loses 3 yards. Brody Thomas leading the way. And screaming, "Let's go," to his sideline, trying to get some life behind this Sheldon team. Again, the Irish starting this season with losses to powerhouse programs in Mililani from Hawaii, 37-3. And then they lost to number 1 West Lynn, 41-3. West Lynn, the defending state champs. Sheldon blown out in those games, and they've flipped the script and blew out their last 3 opponents. Schwartz fakes the handoff, throws left side on 2nd down. It's complete to Duclos, hit hard by Tuioti. But Duclos was able to hang on to the football. Nice grab, and he's got 7 yards. 3rd completion for South Medford through the air on 5 attempts. First catch of the game for Duclos. 3 completions at 3 different targets. Scheid, Foss, and Duclos. It's a 3rd and 6 for South Medford at their own 47. Snap to Schwartz, throw right side to Duclos. Oh, almost had him, incomplete. Had him just a little off target. Couldn't pull it in. So South will bring out the punt team again. Be the 4th punt of the day by South Medford, and a turnover on downs sprinkled in between there. 4th and 6 for the Panthers at their own 47, and a timeout taken by Sheldon. 5:35 to go in the first half, and South Medford again with the ball near midfield, looking like they're going to elect to punt football. Stay tuned for the halftime report, brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Did you know the city of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon? Check out the program guide for hundreds of offerings at playmedford.com. Today's game brought to you by Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill in Grants Pass, Elmer's Restaurants of Medford, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events. The South Medford student section looking for something to cheer about. Panthers students here, pretty much all sporting pink. Got a big sign out that says Panthers in pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Some South Medford Panthers wearing pink as well on their socks. Actually, it looks like everybody is wearing those pink socks. Another timeout. Sheldon takes another timeout, back-to-back Irish timeouts. Has a stalled at 5:35 to go here in the first half. We're pleased to have you with us here in the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. Powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. It's 14-0 Sheldon leading South Medford on the John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott of Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. South Medford with a lot of time to talk about this punt. You think maybe Sheldon was worried about a fake. Kind of an interesting scenario to be in punt coverage and take back-to-back timeouts. Some confusion for the Irish, and Josh Line and his staff electing to use 2 timeouts in a row. And now Sheldon out, or South Medford out to punt. Gannon Jones is a punter back at his own 35. No fake here. He will boot it away. Peterson's the return man. Ball bounces at the 20, goes straight in the air, takes a Sheldon bounce to the 24. And that's where it's spotted. Actually put it at the 25-yard line. 32-yard punt. So Sheldon Their last 2 drives, interception and punt. South Medford stepping up defensively, but the first 2 drives, they were buzzing downfield behind the legs of Colby Peroza. The quarterback has 63 rush yards on 8 carries. 5 wide, they come out, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Peroza takes the snap, looks left, and he'll run up the middle on a draw with some room to operate. Across the 35, ooh, big hit. And down at the 38, 13-yard gain. But a big-time hit defensively by Cameron Ragu. Big head-to-head collision between the two. Now that's 10 carries, 76 yards for Colby Peroza. 1st and 10 for the Irish at their own 38-yard line. Got a single running back right behind him. It's Peterson. Peroza takes the snap, hands to Peterson. 3 pulling linemen in front of him with some room to operate across the 40, meandering to the sideline and down to the 45-yard line before he's tackled by Johnny Ingram. That's 7 yards for Quincy Peterson. First carry of the game for Peterson. Brings a little bit of a different pace to the backfield compared to the power running of Montetuioti. Peterson also used as a wide receiver for this Irish team. Sheldon with his 2nd and 3 at their own 45. 4 wideouts. Tuioti's the tailback again to the left of Peroza. Peroza raises his left foot. Now everybody relaxes out of their stance for Sheldon. Looks to the sideline. They adjust the play here. Tuioti goes to the right of Peroza. On 2nd and 3 from the left hash, Peroza handles the snap. Handoff up the middle to Tuioti. Cuts upfield. He's got room. Inside the 4. He lowers the shoulder, and he's down to the 38-yard line. It's 17 yards on the run play to Tuioti, his longest carry of the game. And with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, South Medford will take a timeout. 14-0, Sheldon leads South Medford. Fall Sports Actions brought to you by our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler. And our presenting sponsor, Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon. New stores are open in Roseburg and Klamath Falls, now with 9 locations to serve you. So the story of the game early was the Sheldon passing and rushing attack. In that first quarter, they combined for 150 yards running and passing from their senior quarterback, Peroza. Since then, it's South Medford's defense stepping up a bit, but one thing that's been the constant in this game is the Sheldon defense. They are stuffing the Panthers. South Medford has passed for 23 yards so far and ran it for 23 as well. So 46 total yards of offense for South in this first half with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Out of the South Medford timeouts, Sheldon have a 1st and 10 at the Panthers' 38-yard line. 4 wideouts, 2 to each side. Peroza takes the snap. Handoff up the middle to Tuioti. Nowhere to go. A swarm of blue uniforms tackle him right at the line of scrimmage. Again leading the charge, Grady McQuillan. Credit to big 75 Gabe Stazak, the University of Idaho commit. Makai Manawai in the area as well. Really the entire defensive line there for the Panthers. No gain. Big, powerful Tuioti. 2nd and 10 for Sheldon from the Panthers' 38. Down to 3:30 to go in this first half. Sheldon's probably thinking, let's get as much time as possible off the clock. The Irish also have the ball to start the third quarter. Snap it to Peroza on 2nd and 10. Fake handoff. Quick throw out right side to Haverland. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. Breaking tackles. Haverland down to the 20. 18 yards on the screen pass. And a player down and shaken up for Sheldon. It's Micah White, the junior. One of those starting offensive linemen in some obvious discomfort. That last completion for Peroza puts him up at 106 yards passing here now. Haverland with his 2nd catch of the game. 2 catches for 31 yards. Micah White is up. walking off under his own power. They've had a lot of players like White that are juniors that have had to step up this year. Sheldon graduated 22 seniors from last year's dominant team. 11 all-state performers from last year graduated for Sheldon. That includes 7 college football players. Tatum Tuioti and Brock Thomas, defensive lineman and quarterback respectively, playing for Oregon. Luke Layton is the tight end for Washington State. Ryan Yankovic playing offensive line for Eastern Washington. Tanner Thomas and Cade Welch at Linfield. Isaac Peters at Eastern Oregon. Those are all the college football players from last year's team that are now gone. Tuioti, direct snap to the running back from the 20-yard line. Trying to run on the right side. Breaks one tackle at the line of scrimmage. South can't tackle him. He's driving those legs. And he gets up to the 16. Well-earned 4 yards for Tuioti. Sheldon does return 3 All-State selections. Honorable mention players in Tuioti, Rocco Graziano, the kicker, and the offensive lineman Michael Urias. He's playing left guard this year for Sheldon. 2nd and 6 for the Irish. 2:20 to go in the first half. They lead South 14-0. 2nd and 6 at the Panthers' 16-yard line. Another direct snap to Tuioti, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Gabe Stazak and McQuillan on the tackle again. So Tuioti going for 7 carries, 27 yards. It's pretty admirable effort defensively. Tuioti with nearly 7 yards per carry in the season coming into this game. 3rd and 6 from the Panthers' 16 for Sheldon. They lead the Panthers 14-0. The Irish taking their time here with 1:41 to go in the half. Panthers have 2 timeouts if they want to be aggressive, if they try to get the football back. Perosa takes the snap, handoff up the middle to Tuioti, and Tuioti has 5 yards before he's taken down. Leading the charge was Caleb Morgan to make the tackle. Tuioti for 5 yards, and he's just a yard short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th and 1 for Sheldon. No hesitation, the Irish are going for it. Well, this could be another momentum boost if South can get a stop. But the Sheldon sideline will take their final timeout to talk things over, make sure they got the correct play call in here. Looking to put a dagger in South Medford. They can get a touchdown on this drive. A dagger meaning, wouldn't be game. Obviously, a lot of game left to be played, but certainly would be a gut punch for the Panthers to allow another touchdown here. Already down a couple scores in the first half. It's the Sheldon drive that started back at their own 25-yard line. Happy to have you along with us here on Table Rock Sports. Stay tuned. Of course, we still have the halftime report brought to you by Medford Parks and Recreation Department. We'll give you some stats and a breakdown of this first half so far. 14-0 Sheldon. 4th and 1 for the Irish at the Panthers' 11. They come out looking like they're going to direct snap it to Tuioti to get that 1 yard with 1:07 to go. To Tuioti, the snap. He's got the first down and a bit more. Driving the legs. He's at the 5. He's still going. Finally taken down at the 5-yard line. 6-yard gain for Tuioti. And this allows Sheldon to take even more time off the clock as it runs up under a minute. They can get best of both worlds. Another touchdown and no time for the Panthers to operate either, ideally. 1st and goal at the 5. Here's a handoff to Tuioti up the gut. Tuioti runs into a pile, driving those legs again, and he makes it to the 2-yard line. And that's the thing about Tuioti. You think, okay, they got him bottled up, but you have got to go to that cliche of playing to the whistle because he is powerful. 27 seconds and counting. 2nd and goal. Perosa takes the snap. No timeouts for Sheldon. Perosa running left side. He's running for the pylon, and he's in for the touchdown. If South Medford could have taken him down, the clock might have ran out on the half, but Perosa showed off the wheels and gets in for the 2-yard touchdown. second rushing touchdown of the half for Peroza, his 6th of the season. 20-0, Sheldon leads South Medford now. Graziano out to kick the extra point. Tyler Wright is the holder. 18.9 seconds on the clock here in the first half. And the extra point is good. 21-0, Sheldon leading South Medford. Let's see how aggressive the Panthers are when we come back here on Table Rock Sports.
My name's Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Post Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that we are helping save money.
Back at Spiegelberg Stadium, where we see a 21-0 lead for Sheldon over South Medford. The Irish beat South 49-0 last year. Off to a good start here in 2023. Last time South beat Sheldon was 31-14 back in 2017. It's the first time these teams have played here at Spiegelberg since 2018. So South can make a comeback. Here's a high kick with 19 seconds to go. It's Scheid who collects it at the goal line. Scheid running left side, breaks a tackle, got a couple blocks now, past the 30 into the 34-yard line. Clock stops at 11.5 seconds. They mark him at the 35. Terrific return by Ryder Scheid. So South, again, there's only 11 seconds, but they do have 2 timeouts. If they want to throw something over the middle here and keep the ball in play, can utilize that timeout. But they are coming out in the I formation. Not the formation you'd expect for a pass, and they do pitch it left side to Scheid. Scheid across the 40. He's out of bounds at the 42-yard line, and the clock stops at 6.7 seconds. 8-yard gain for Scheid on the pitch. His most successful run of the day. All right, does South run a screen or some kind of deep pass, gizmo play? Come out in the eye, and the Panthers will run it again. Left side to Scheid, looking for a hole. He's across midfield, cuts it upfield inside the 40, dragged down from behind at the 37-yard line, and it's halftime. 21-0, Sheldon leading South Medford. Now, I'll give credit to the Irish. They came out and took this crowd out of the game early. They wasted no time to make a statement and seize control of this game. And they were stopped a few times, but overall, especially with that final touchdown, haven't looked back. They have been in full control of this game through the first 24 minutes. Give credit to Sheldon. They came prepared and ready to play. And they lead South Medford 21-0 at the half. Let's head to a break. When we come back, we'll get you some more info, some stats on this game, and dive into what maybe South Medford can do to chip away on the Medford Parks and Recreation Department halftime report when we come back. Our score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Sheldon 21, South Medford nothing, from TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bro dignity.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
What do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Welcome to the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Show. Excitement is building for the January 2024 opening of the Rogue X Community Complex. The Aquatics and Events Center awaits you with 2 indoor swimming pools and water slides. The Event Center holds basketball and volleyball leagues and tournaments and other indoor events. Visit playmedford.com or check your fall activities guide to learn more about the Rogue Credit Union Community Complex, Rogue X. 21-0 our score. South Medford trailing Sheldon. The Irish came out with a terrific start to this game. South got the ball first. It was a 3-and-out. Sheldon then was bottled up pretty well their first couple plays. South was able to stuff a run, stuff a screen pass, and the energy, the passion, the momentum was there for the South defense, and just like that, boom, a big run play from the quarterback. Perosa got him it was actually a pass play, that really shifted the tide of this game. A pass play over the middle of the field to Will Haverland, the big tight end, and then they were able to convert another third down on a run play by Perosa. And then the next play after Perosa's run, he ran it again. A quarterback draw from 30 yards out all the way for a touchdown. So that first drive went 7 plays, 61 yards, and a touchdown for Sheldon. And the Irish took that 7-0 lead from there. Another 3-and-out for the Panthers. Sheldon got the ball back and marched it 60 yards down the field. A big-time completion to Quincy Peterson. picked up 49 yards on a screen pass with some great blocks out in front. And that was able to spark him to get all the way down to the 4-yard line. Eventually it was Montetuioti who punched it in from a yard out for his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. That made it 14-0. The Panthers got the ball back. They were able to get a first down, got near the 40-yard line. It was 4th and short, and they elected to punt. And from there, Sheldon got the ball back. You're thinking, oh, man, this game's slipping away. And South got an interception. Johnny Ingram able to step up and make a pick and make a nice return, too. He got the Panthers the ball at the Sheldon 34-yard line, and that felt like a big moment in this game. That right there, when the Panthers got the ball at the Sheldon 34 and couldn't do anything with it, that was tough. They got up to the 22, committed a false start. They were pushed back, and the South just couldn't get it going. Turnover on downs from the 22, and Sheldon was forced to punt again. They gave it back to the Panthers. The Panthers then had great field position at their own 43. Then had to punt at essentially right at midfield. They, instead of going for it on 4th and short again, electing to punt. And Sheldon got it at their own 25, and the Irish took the final 4 minutes of the half off the clock and were able to get in with a 2-yard Colby Peroza rushing touchdown. So Peroza with a huge half so far. He's playing really well. We'll give you the team stats, and then when we come back for our next segment, we'll give you some of the individual standouts. But for right now, it's Sheldon 106 pass yards to South Medford's 23. Sheldon with 126 rush yards to South Medford's 31. The yard total is not pretty. It's very much in favor of the Irish. Sheldon has 232 pass yards to South Medford's 54. South has had chances. The window has been open at times. The Panthers have made some stingy defensive plays, and there's still an entire half of football to be played. Let's see if South can chip away and make something happen in the second half. When we come back on the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Show, we'll get you some of the individual stats, and we'll be close to kicking off the second. 21-0 Sheldon over South on our John L. Scott scoreboard here on TableRockSports.net.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Thanks for the ride. I'll see you after the game.
Hey, Dear Katie, I've been your #1 fan since I watched your first game all those years ago, and I still love watching you play. But I wanted to see you win so badly that my competitive nature got the best of me. I lost track of what's important. I thought I was supporting you, but I was really just embarrassing you. I'm not your coach, and I'm not an official. I forgot my role. I'm your parent, and you deserve better. From here on, I promise to keep my emotions under control. I'll cheer for you and all the other players, no matter the score, no matter the outcome. Thank you for sharing with me how I can do a better job of supporting you, your team, your coaches, and the sports you love. Still your #1 fan. Love, Dad.
21-0 Sheldon leading South Medford. Let's get you some of the individual standouts from this game so far. We'll start with the Irish, who deserve some credit in this game, the way they're moving the ball up and down the field. Colby Peroza, the senior quarterback, he's got big shoes to fill. He's a first-year starter. Peroza is replacing Brock Thomas, who is one of the best, if not the best, quarterback in this state last year. He's playing for the Oregon Ducks now, and Peroza probably sick of hearing about that and sick of feeling that pressure. He's starting to make a name for his own self. He had a great game last week, only missing 3 passes. He went 11 of 14 for 146 yards and 2 touchdowns. That was his numbers from last week. And this week he's been pretty darn efficient as well. He did throw his second pick of the year, but overall, Peroza 6 of 7 through the air for 106 yards, a touchdown, or no touchdowns, 6 of 7, 106 yards and an interception. But he also has put up some wild numbers running the football. Peroza has 11 carries, 78 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So you put it together, and Peroza with 106 passing, 78 rushing, and 2 touchdowns to his name so far in this game. Manatuioti has 10 carries, 41 yards, and a score for Sheldon. 1 carry for 7 yards for Quincy Peterson. Receiving the ball, Will Haverland, who has offers to play at Idaho and Montana collegiately. He's got 2 catches for 31 yards and a number of disruptive plays defensively. Rocco Graziano with 1 catch for 14 yards. Quincy Peterson with 1 reception for 49 yards so far for Sheldon. On the other side for South Medford, the Panthers being outgained 232-54 so far. They are 3 of 6 through the air for 23 yards. The completions have gone to Ryder Scheid for 7 yards, Bridger Foss for 9 yards, and Mike Duclos for 7 yards. They had a shot on about a 12-yard completion to Duclos and just not quite able to hook up and convert to keep a drive alive on 3rd down. Running the football, Ryder Scheid 4 carries for 8 yards, 3 carries for 6 yards for Bridger Foss. Cameron Ragu has 4 carries for 4 yards, and Colby Schwartz, the quarterback, 2 carries for 13 yards. Again, South is being outgained 106-23 through the air, 126-31 on the ground, 232-54 overall. But the Panthers do have an interception on defense from Ajani Ingram, and the Panthers' defensive line has stepped up and made some really nice plays. I mean, Sheldon is a powerhouse of a team running the football, and that front 4 and the linebackers for South have made plays in the middle of the field, stopping Tuioti. I mean, Tuioti's a guy that is one of the most powerful players in the state of Oregon, coming in averaging nearly 7 yards per carry, and they had him bottled up for a long time. Outside of a 17-yard run for Tuioti, they had his longest run being at just 6 yards. So they're getting hands on him, and they're meeting him at the point of attack. But it's when Sheldon was getting in space and getting some screen passes to the outside is when they really started to have some success. Let's see what type of adjustments Bill Singler and the Panthers make. They're sure to have some adjustments in store to try and change things here as the Irish lead the Panthers 21-0. Certainly plenty of motivation for South. Haven't beat Sheldon in 6 years, and they're down by a big margin here at this point. One final break here in the Medford Parks and Recreation Department halftime report. Half number 2 when we come back from TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
The Medford Parks and Recreation Department helps sponsor our fall sports coverage. Swim lessons, basketball and volleyball leagues, a splash pad, and water slides are set to open in January 2024 at the Rogue X Complex at the Howard Memorial Sports Park. You can reserve birthday rooms and packages with sports and splashing. This halftime report has been sponsored by Medford Parks and Recreation. Visit them at playmedford.com. Chris Clayton here with you from TableRockSports.net. We're just about ready to get the second half going. Sheldon leading South Medford 21-0, and it will be Sheldon to get the ball to start off this third quarter. The Irish outgaining the Panthers 232-54 in that first half. A little bit of a squib kick after the right, corral at the 25-yard line. This is Cato, puts on a series of moves running right side across the 35-yard line. And he's tackled right there. Mark him at the 36 where Sheldon starts their opening drive of this second half. Sheldon starting this game with touchdowns in the first two drives, and then the Irish were stopped in their subsequent two drives with an interception and a punt before getting back on track, ending that first half with a 75-yard drive that took 4 minutes off the clock. We'll see how Colby Perozzo had a huge first half of the offense fares. In between the hashes at the 35 and a 1st and 10. Perozzo looks to the sideline. He's got Manatuioti to his left, the tailback, who ran for 41 yards in that first half. Two receivers each side. Perozzo handles the snap, bobbles it now at his feet. He's able to pick it up and runs right up the middle and gains only 2, maybe 3 yards. Give him 3 on the Perozzo carry. Sheldon 3-2 on the year. Coming in, their receiving votes in the coaches poll top 10, sitting at 11th officially in that coaches poll in 6A. They're 20th in the OSAA poll. So the numbers right now not really favoring the Irish. In the RPI, Sheldon is 26th, 17th in Cawley, which combined to form the OSAA ratings. South Medford's 4-1. They're sitting at number 14 in the OSAA poll. 5 wide for Perozzo on 2nd and 7. Takes a snap, fakes a handoff, throws to Graziano. He's got room to run to the blocker in front. Lit up at the 46 in South Territory with a terrific tackle, physical by Cameron Ragu again. That's the second time we've seen Ragu coming through with a big hit to finish off a run. And a whistle and a timeout taken by South Medford. At 21-0, Sheldon leads South. 11:09 to go here in the third quarter. Today's game's brought to you by Avista Utilities and our friends from Pinnacle 365. Use our Peak Rewards program to save on gas and snacks for your next road trip with the team. The home of crispy, crunchy chicken, Pinnacle 365. Thrilled to have you with us for the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. 21-0 our score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. South Medford needing a stop here. I mean, it's kind of cliche, and maybe won't make a difference, but if they're going to make a comeback, you can't go down 4 scores, you would think, against this Sheldon defense. If anything, you'll run out of time. The way Sheldon's able to run the football and milk clock, especially in high school football, and clock starts to become an issue. So South needing a stop on this drive, crucial. 5 wide for the Irish. Out of the timeout, they've got a 1st and 10 at the Panthers' 45-yard line. Perozzo, the quarterback. He raises his right leg, readies for the snap. Takes it. Looks to throw. It's a quarterback draw in the middle. They've got a spy on him, but Perozzo runs right side and gets 3 yards. Well defended. Again, the spy was Caleb Morgan, the junior, who was ready and waiting, and he's able to make the tackle. So Perozzo now running for 84 yards on the day. And they go 2nd and 7 back to Perozzo. Runs straight up the gut. He's got a 1st down and a little more. Mark him at the 33. It's about 9 yards there for Colby Perozzo. Perozzo came in on this season with 206 rush yards. He's at 93. So he's almost picked up half of his season's rush yards in this game. Also running it in twice. 1st and 10 for Sheldon at the Panthers' 33-yard line. Perosa takes the snap, looks right, he's pressured, throw middle on a screen pass. Haverland's got room to run. Inside the 20, thrown out of bounds by Ingram and Ragu at the 18-yard line. 15 yards on the completion. How about Perosa's passing day? He came out with 146 pass yards last week in the win over Roseburg. Something Sheldon looking to develop, more of an aerial attack against opponents as their season progresses. That time they got 15 to Haverland, who has 3 catches for 46 yards. In the red zone, 1st and 10 for Sheldon at the Panthers' 18. They hand it off to Tuioti left side, trying to bounce outside, looking for the stiff arm, but he's thrown down. Nice tackle by Deshaun Jackson. 1 yard for Tuioti, that's it. When Tuioti gets that big hand on the face mask, he is powerful with those stiff arms. So well done by Jackson defensively. Hold strong and make the play. Second and 9 for the Irish at the Panthers' 17. Misdirection, it's an end around on the left side, looking for room, Brody Thomas, and Thomas makes it down to the 10-yard line before being tackled by Mike Duclos. And the Irish are close to a first down, but just a couple yards short. A 7-yard gain on the run play. Out wide to Thomas. So now it's 3rd and 2 for Sheldon at the Panthers' 10-yard line. Talking about that stop that South Medford needs. This could be a big step in the right direction. They're on the left hash with the ball, and 2 receivers are to the left. Tuioti's the tailback to the right. Perosa hands it to him. Tuioti steps in the middle and gets the first down. The offensive lineman able to carve out a hole for him as Tuioti is tackled at about the 8-yard line. Just enough for the first down. So roughly 3 yards there for him. 1st and goal for Sheldon. 8:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. 21-0 Irish lead. South will host Grants Pass on this field next week. Officially final home game for South. Of course, they've got the Black and Blue Bowl coming up at the end of October on this very field. They're the next 4 weeks here playing in Medford. Perosa fakes the handoff. He runs right side, trying to get around the edge. Breaks the tackle at the 10 and tackled at the 9-yard line. Diving in, Ryder Scheid made the play. That was actually Austin Huffling on the tackle. A loss of a yard. Huffling coming down from the safety spot and getting a tackle for loss on Perosa. Pushes to 2nd and goal. Sheldon, a very capable team in terms of kicking field goals with Rocky Graziano. They want a touchdown here. Got the ball in the right hash, 3 receivers left. Perosa takes a snap, he's looking to throw that way. He's pressured, blown up in the backfield. Down he goes. Manawai with a sack. First sack of the year from Makai Manawai. 17-yard line is where he goes down. That pass rush of South got through. A mistake by the Sheldon offensive line. South brought the blitz, but certainly a miscommunication somewhere there in the line defensively. A loss of 8 yards. So it's 3rd and goal now from the 17-yard line for Sheldon. 3 receivers left. Perosa looking to throw out left. They go to Tuioti in the backfield. He cuts towards the middle, and South is all over it. A gain of maybe 2 on the completion to Tuioti. So let's see what Sheldon elects to do here. A field goal would be a step in the right direction because it's still a 3-possession game, but then the Panthers would have to convert 2-point conversions the rest of the game to try and tie it up. But a win for the Panthers defense. Just did a vacuum on this drive, getting the stop. So, honorable mention, All-State kicker from a year ago, Rocco Graziano, a terrific kicking prospect. He's being recruited by Oregon State. This will be a 34-yard field goal. The holder is right. Snap, holds clean. The kick is off the crossbar and in. Just enough from Graziano. Wow. Fortunate break for the Irish, and they lead 24-0. That's our score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Irish up 3 possessions still over the Panthers on TableRockSports.net.
My name's Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Post Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that we are helping save money.
Back at Spiegelberg, 24-0, Sheldon leading South Medford. The Irish marching from their own 36 and down to eventually the 8-yard line before they were stopped and had to kick a field goal. Graziano with the kickoff deep to South Medford, and it's a touchback in the end zone. That drive also took 5.5 minutes off the clock for Sheldon, so that gives them a bit more breathing room with a 3-possession lead. But South Medford far from out of this game. Got to start to put together some points here, start marching it down the field. South starts 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, down 24-0. I formation. Schwartz takes the snap. Pitch play left side to Ragu, and he's taken down near the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard gain. Couple of Sheldon defenders there. It was Brody Borovic, the first to get a touch, along with Montetuioti. So Ragu officially with 2 yards on that carry. I formation again, left hash. Schwartz with a fake handoff, looking to throw. Got a man Duclos, complete. Oh, he's blown up again. Tuioti, the second time he's hit Duclos, but Duclos has hung on both times. Some toughness from the junior wideout, hanging on after those big hits. They spot him at the 35-yard line. 13 yards on the completion. Longest of the day for South Medford. First and 10 for the Panthers, now up to the 35-yard line. Schwartz fakes the handoff, looking to run, and he's taken down in the backfield, tripped up by Brody Thomas, a loss of a yard. So the Panthers looking to expand their playbook a little bit here and change things up a little bit, make something happen. But being bottled up so far. 4:50 to go in this third quarter. Sheldon leads South 24-0. Offset I. Schwartz fakes a handoff. He's got pressure coming, throws it downfield for Ingram. He's got the defender beat. Oh, just overthrown. That would have been a touchdown. Ingram couldn't get to the football. He had Carrick Cato beat one-on-one coverage. The speedster Johnny Ingram, who had an interception on defense in the first half. And now it's 3rd and 11. What an opportunity there. Would have got the crowd really in a frenzy in the comeback effort for South Medford. Ragu comes in replacing Ryder Scheid in the backfield. See what South can get done through the air here with the I formation look on 3rd and 11 from the middle of the hashes. Schwartz will hand it off left side to Ragu. Gets a block, now cuts it outside. Tuioti's got the tackle. That's a pretty nice run by Ragu. He did everything he could, but it's only a gain of 3 yards on the run because Tuioti came flying over from the linebacker spot. Mesta ran about a total of 25 yards to pursue and get to the football. Dude is for real. His big brother Tatum Tuioti, a 6A Defensive Player of the Year last year, and Mana could have that in his future. He's only a junior. Gannon Jones out to punt for South Medford. Boots it deep to Quincy Peterson. A line drive, collects it to 30. Looking for some blocks. Peterson now juts it outside to the 37 and ripped down to the turf. Tackle by Bridger Foss. But Sheldon will start with the ball at their own 38-yard line. Thanks for joining us on our Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home vehicle or business needs. Locally owned and family-run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. 24-0, Sheldon leading South Medford. 3:59 to go in the third quarter. Sheldon coming off a 5.5-minute field goal drive with the ball at their own 38. Play action. Perosa throws to the sideline. Caught by Graziano. What a catch at the Panthers' 41. In coverage. Perosa put it on the money, and it's 17 yards. Perosa is now 10 of 11 through the air for 160 yards. No touchdowns to show for it except for his 2 rushing touchdowns. The second reception by Graziano, or the third reception, I should say, for 51 yards. 1st and 10 for Sheldon at the Panthers' 41-yard line. 24-0 Irish over the Panthers. Perosa takes a snap, handoff left side Peterson. He stops, tries to cut towards the middle, bounces off the pile, and he's pushed down at the 35-yard line. 6 more yards for Peterson. Mark him at the 36, they give him 5. 2 carries, 12 yards for Peterson. .325 to go in the third. 4 wideouts for Perosa, 2 to each side. They got the ball in the left hash. Peterson's the tailback to his right. Perosa in the offense looks towards the Sheldon sideline. The Irish are moving right to left in front of us in their black uniforms, black helmets, I should say, black pants and white jerseys. Perosa takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throw near side to Graziano on the screen, and he's got close to a first down. I think he's spotted just a yard short. Give it 4 yards of this screen to Graziano. Well, again, Graziano was selected as an honorable mention All-State kicker last year. Could have more coming his way as he's been a dominant linebacker and receiver tight end type of player for this offense. They've got just such big physical guys that look like you think they're tight ends, but they're essentially receivers. Graziano's in the slot right now as a wideout. 3rd and 1, Perosa fakes the run, looking to throw, pocket collapses, Livingston's at his feet. Graziano diving forward at the line of scrimmage, and he's just short. No gain. Well defended by Gio Livingston, the team's leading tackler this season. So here's 4th and 1 for Sheldon at the Panthers' 32-yard line, and the Irish are going for it. Direct snap to Tuioti. Tuioti met by Livingston, thrown down. Did he get it? It's really close. Depends on the spot. They may have to measure it. South is convinced they've got the stop. They gave it to him. First down. And South Medford's coaching staff is not happy. The Panthers are probably saying, hey, at least measure that. But the officials agree that's a first down. Irish have a 1st and 10 at the Panthers' 31-yard line. 2 minutes to go now in this third quarter. .164 yards passing for Perosa and Sheldon today. Good balance. They'll throw again. Perosa dropping back. He's got pressure. Throws into traffic. Incomplete. That's only the 2nd incompletion today for Sheldon. They're 10 of 12 through the air. A lot of screen passes, but Perosa's throwing with some accuracy as they're looking to go downfield. You can tell Sheldon is kind of making an effort to look for more downfield opportunities. They make a quest towards another run in the playoffs this year after losing in the state championship game last year against Westland. Next week, the Irish will be hosting North Medford in Eugene. It's a top 10 matchup before they play at Grants Pass and then host West Salem to end the season. 5 wide for Perosa. Takes the snap, looking for the draw play. Down he goes. South Medford had it bottled up well with Jacob Walton, who makes the tackle for loss. It's a loss of 3 yards on 2nd and 10. 90 seconds to go in the third quarter. 24-0 Sheldon. It's 3rd and 13. Four wideouts, 3 to the left for Perosa in the offense. Peterson's the tailback to the left of Perosa. 3rd and 13 for Sheldon. Perosa takes the snap. It'll be a screen near side to Tuioti. Looking for a crease, cuts it upfield. Got a blocker to the 24, and he's thrown down short of the line to gain. Markham at the 27. It's a 7-yard gain on the screen pass to Tuioti. Tuioti with his second reception of this game. Now it's 4th and 7 with 52.5 seconds. Are they kicking a field goal here? Oh, yeah, they are. How about this? 46-yard field goal attempt by Sheldon. Rocco Graziano. Tyler Wright's the holder. Here's the snap. Ball's down. The kick is good. 46 yards. Graziano puts it through. One of the state's best kickers. My goodness. 27-0 Sheldon. The Irish up big over the Panthers on our John L. Scott scoreboard.
My name's Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Post Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that we are helping save money.
Rocco Graziano, 46-yard field goal for Sheldon. They lead the Panthers now 27-0 with 46.9 to go in the third quarter. Back-to-back field goal drives for Sheldon here in the second half. The Panthers will get the ball back. High in the air. It's collected by Ragu at the 2-yard line. Looking for a crease. Ragu left side gets through the hole, and he's tripped up at the 30-yard line. Pretty good return there by Ragu. A couple nice kick returns today for the Panthers. They had another one go up to the 35-yard line thanks to Ryder Scheid. So here's a 1st and 10 for the Panthers. You could pretty much say the rest of this game, the cliche of this is a must-score drive, certainly falls into this category here for South Medford. 41 seconds to go. They got an I formation, ball in the left hash. Fake handoff by Schwartz. Looking underneath, complete to Foss. Foss with room to operate. Cuts back at the 37. Lowers the shoulder. Foss to the 41-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup on the pass play to Bridger Foss. Panthers now 5 of 9 through the air for 47 yards today. Foss with 2 catches for 20 yards. Clock down to 23 seconds. Panthers will look to get one more playoff here in the third quarter, down 27-0. Nearly had a big connection on a big play to a Johnny Ingram downfield. I formation, toss play left side to Ragu. Cuts it upfield. Ragu spins and is taken down. 5 yards for Ragu, and the third quarter comes to an end. It'll be a 2nd and 5 for the Panthers when we come back to Spiegelberg. Sheldon 27, South Medford 0 on our John L. Scott scoreboard. All Irish over the Panthers. In the fourth quarter we go.
what do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Start of the fourth quarter, Sheldon 27, South Medford nothing. 2nd and 5 for the Panthers. Schwartz fakes the handoff, looks to run left side, and is thrown down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the run play by Colby Schwartz. The Panthers have now amassed 40 rush yards in this game for an offense that averages 328 rush yards per game. You heard that right. The Panthers have 40 rushing yards. Give credit to this Sheldon defense. Came to play. They got some tough players. Brody Thomas, Cody Shields, and those guys have been so good. Tuioti. Here's a quick play on the right side to Bridger Foss on a screen pass. Foss stumbling forward, and he is close to a first. Spot him at midfield on 3rd and 5. It's a 4-yard gain on the completion to Bridger Foss. 3rd catch of the game for Foss. And a quick snap, a handoff up the middle, and South Medford's got the first down on 4th and 1. They go for it at midfield and power it through for the first down. Quarterback sneak, 3-yard gain for Colby Schwartz. 27-0 Sheldon, 10:41 to go in the fourth quarter. South looking to string together some points here. Ball on the right hash for the Panthers in Sheldon territory. Offset eye. Schwartz takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws deep downfield, trying to hit too close. Jump ball knocked away, incomplete. Too close, nearly with a spectacular grab. Carrot Cato in coverage in one-on-one. They're at the 15-yard line. Not able to pull it in. Don't forget, we still have the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role postgame show coming up next. Visit travelmedford.org, search Know Your Role to see how this campaign's changing the culture of the youth sports for the better. On 2nd and 10, the Panthers will run it right side and get to the 43. About 4 yards for South Medford. This is Ryder Scheid on the carry. 3rd and 6 now. Sheldon defense, the number's a little bit inflated. The defense allowing 22 points per game, but the last 3 against conference opponents, they've only allowed 12, 6, and 13 points to Roseburg, McNary, and Sprague, respectively. 3rd and 6 for South, the Sheldon 43. Schwartz takes the snap, rolls left, throws, oh, hit hard, a catch by Ingram, blown up immediately by Seth McEwen. 1-yard gain for Ingram. Fourth and 5 for South Medford now. First catch of the game for Johnny Ingram. 27-0 Sheldon leads with 8:54 to go in the fourth quarter. Panthers at 4th and 5 at the Irish 42. Schwartz takes the snap. Looking to throw. Left side for Duclos. Batted away. Again, McEwen. What a play. Big celebration with the sideline as he makes back-to-back plays in the secondary for Sheldon. McEwen, a returning starter from last year at wide receiver and defensive back. For an Irish team that lost 22 seniors, they didn't return a ton of starters. McEwen's one of them, and he makes a big play in the secondary. 8:45 to go, and Sheldon gets the ball back once again. This Irish powerhouse program with 4 state titles in their history, 4 state runner-up finishes, the latest coming in 2018 and 2022, losing state title games in both those years. Their last state championship, 2012. We've got a team to compete for one again here this year. Perosa takes a snap, throws left side, and Shide's got a tough physical tackle on the completion to Brody Thomas. It's a pickup of 3 yards on the quick screen out to the left. Sheldon is 12 of 16 through the air, 13 of 16 through the air, 174 yards. No touchdowns yet passing, but Perosa having one of his better days in terms of pass yards of the season. It's a 2nd and 7 for Sheldon from the left hash. Perosa takes the snap. Quarterback draw up the middle, looking for room across midfield. Juts towards the sideline, hit out hard at the 40. Ragu laying the lumber to Perosa. Spot him at the 37. That's 17 yards on the Perosa run. "17 carries, 101 yards now for Perosa. Add that to his 174 pass yards. He's having a pretty darn good day. Sheldon taking their time. Clock stopped right now, but 7:59 to go. Still with their starters in there. Snap to Perosa. He drops it, and he's hit in the backfield by Gio Livingston in the South Medford front 7. Makai Manawai also there in the backfield. Loss of 4 yards on the miscue in the backfield. A rare miscue by this Sheldon offense in which Perosa just dropped the snap there. Second and 14 for Sheldon. Here's a snap to Perosa. Left side, they run it to Peterson. Got some linemen in front, but again, Gio Livingston in on the tackle after a 5-yard gain for Peterson. Peterson gets his 3rd toe to the game. It's 166 rush yards now for Sheldon, with 174 passing, for a total of 340 yards today for the Irish. Haven't had as much of an explosive second half. South Medford defense has really made some admirable plays in this game. Been on the field a lot too. 1st and 10 for Sheldon. Perosa rolls right side, breaks free of a sack, still on his feet, throws to the sideline, knocked away, trying to get it to Haverland, and the excellent coverage from McConnell Brown, the sophomore. What a bright future he has in a South Medford uniform as a backup quarterback. He's also a linebacker, defensive back on this team. He is versatile, and you could just see the potential from him. Seen him lined up at cornerback at times, guarding guys one-on-one. Big-time player. Nice play there on the sideline. A rare incompletion. It's only the 4th time Sheldon has been not able to complete a passing attempt. 4th and 9 for Sheldon with 6:27 to go at the Panthers' 36-yard line. And Graziano's out to punt. Runs to his right, pops this one high in the air. Let's see how this one bounces. It hits at the 12, takes a Sheldon bounce, and it's down at the 2. How good is Graziano? I mean, this guy's ridiculous. As a kicker punter, he hit a 34-yard field goal. off the crossbar, so not his best kick, but he made it. He came out and showed his true power on his leg with a 46-yard bang. And now he just pinned the Panthers down on a punt at the 2-yard line. Sheldon's had it working in every facet. They've been able to run and throw. They've been able to make special teams plays. You need a complete performance, and Sheldon's done that. They do have that one interception, but outside that, they've been pretty darn good. Hand off to Ragu, left side. Spins, stiff arms, tough run by Ragu, and he's got 3 yards. What a job the Sheldon defense has done bottling him up. 8 carries, 17 yards for Cameron Ragu. The junior came into this game averaging 8 yards per carry on the season, a team best. South comes out in the eye. Quick handoff to Bridger Foss. Tough run, bouncing off defenders, and he's up to the 15-yard line. 10 yards for Bridger Foss. It's his best run of the day. 5.5 to go. 27-0, Sheldon leading South Medford. Again, the Panthers will be on this field again next Friday, hosting Grants Pass. And the Cavemen are 1-4 on the year. Very much winnable games for South. Not writing anyone off, but you're hosting Grants Pass, and the Panthers are at Roseburg the next 2 weeks. On paper, the South can absolutely come out of those games with wins. Ragu with a tough run, staying on its feet. Cameron Ragu on 1st and 10 goes for 9 yards to the 24. The Panthers in this season with what will be a highly anticipated Black and Blue Bowl on October 27 here at Spiegelberg. For Sheldon, they'll be hosting North Medford next week. Black Tornado right now are 4-1 and number 8 in the OSAA poll, before Sheldon finishes the season with 2 winnable games on their slate at Grants Pass and hosting West Salem. Of course, when you're as good as Sheldon, every game is quote-unquote winnable. On 2nd and 1, play action pass, right side, complete to Duclos again. Markham at the 34. And the Panthers able to go 10 yards on the completion to Duclos. So South is now 8 of 13 through the air for 72 yards. It's a great opportunity. You know, maybe South doesn't come back and win, but you develop this passing game. That'll help the Panthers leaps and bounds moving forward this season, and they can make the playoffs. They go to Cameron Ragu and a run play on the left side. He's able to get across the 40. Mark him at the 41. Ragu running for 7 more yards. The Panthers are 14 in the OSAA, so in a pretty solid spot there. They've got to play well down the stretch. Got to string together wins. And it makes that South-North matchup crucial. They finish off the season in terms of making the playoffs and that positioning. On 2nd and short, fake handoff. Shorts throwing deep downfield for Ingram behind the defense. Batted away, Carrick Cato. Nice play. Every time it feels like South has an opportunity, Sheldon's able to shut the door. The discipline and the consistency today of the Irish, so good. Well, there was a big one earlier in terms of it looked like Ingram really had a chance at it. He got behind the defense, and Schwartz just overthrew him, and what would have been a sure touchdown if Ingram could catch it. 3rd and 3, Schwartz fakes the handoff again. Throw to Duclos, right side, complete to the 49-yard line. So there's 10 more yards, the same play. They're just working that play action pass to the right side to Duclos, and it's working beautifully for the Panthers. Four catches, 42 yards for Mike Duclos. Duclos now near the tops of the team with 10 catches on the season for 120 yards. Handoff left side. This is Ragu breaking tackles, cuts it straight upfield, and he's running hard down to the 42 before he's tackled by Kawhi Chamberlain, a freshman who's getting some varsity playing time for the Irish today. They've also got Jaden Morales in there, another young player. This young next batch of talent for Sheldon getting some playing time. 7-yard gain on that last run by Ragu, who's now up to 40 yards rushing on 11 carries. Give credit to his effort level here in the second half. 27-0 Sheldon over South. To 2:06 to go. Not to say Ragu wasn't running hard in the first half, but just love to see him playing hard to the end. Wes Boyd gets the carry for South up the middle, and he's got a first down to the 38. 4 yards for Wes Boyd on his first toe to the game. Here's a run right side to Boyd again. Gets a hole, cuts it upfield, and he's out across the 30. Boyd to the 27-yard line. 11 yards for Wes Boyd. Able to read the blocks well. Got some terrific blocks downfield to get that first down for South Medford. Don't forget, we've got the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report coming up. Play action, Schwartz throwing deep into the end zone, overthrown and intercepted. Back-to-back weeks, Carrick Cato with picks for Sheldon. Cayman Ragu, the intended wide receiver, the sophomore, but it's overthrown and into the grasp of Cato, the junior defensive back, who's been so good in one-on-one coverage. That's part of what Sheldon's been able to do today, is get players close to the line of scrimmage, trust that man-to-man coverage in the back, and it's paid off for him. That's Colby Schwartz, 5th pick of the season, compared to 4 touchdowns. And with 1:07 to go, Sheldon will take a knee. They'll have to take one more knee, and then this one is over. Medford is your sport ground where the West Coast comes to play. Visit travelmedford.org/sports to learn more about the many tournament venues, outdoor opportunities, and the event calendar to find out what's going on. Table Rock Sports thanks our great sponsors, including the John L. Scott Real Estate Scoreboard and our longtime friends from Sherm's Thunderbird, and Food for Less in Southern Oregon. Sheldon takes another knee, and this game is over. 27-0 the final. South Medford's defense stepped up, only allowed 6 points, 2 field goals in that second half. But Sheldon gets the win and improves to 4-2 in the season. South Medford drops to 4-2. The Irish, though, are unbeaten 4-0 in South Central Football Conference play. Sheldon has 4 straight conference championships, and they're unbeaten so far, looking for number 5 in a row, in a great position to do so. What a win for the Irish. So impressive from the jump. Give credit to South Medford as they made some gutty plays defensively and kept themselves in this game. All right, we'll go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up on the Know Your Role Southern Oregon Sports Commission's post-game show. Coming up next from Table Rock Sports.
Thanks for the ride. I'll see you after the game.
Hey, Dear Katie, I've been your #1 fan since I watched your first game all those years ago, and I still love watching you play. But I wanted to see you win so badly that my competitive nature got the best of me. I lost track of what's important. I thought I was supporting you, but I was really just embarrassing you. I'm not your coach and I'm not an official. I forgot my role. I'm your parent and you deserve better. From here on, I promise to keep my emotions under control. I'll cheer for you and all the other players, no matter the score, no matter the outcome. Thank you for sharing with me how I can do a better job of supporting you, your team, your coaches, and the sports you love. Still your #1 fan. Love, Dad.
Back at Spiegelberg, 27-0, the final. Sheldon able to beat South Medford in pretty dominant fashion. This is the Know Your Role post-game show presented by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Well, the stats certainly in Sheldon's favor. Let's take a look at the passing numbers first. For Colby Peroza, he went 13 of 17 for 174 yards. On the other side, it was Colby Schwartz, the battle of the Colbys. Somehow I'm just realizing that both quarterbacks were named Colby, and we are just finishing the game. So the Colbys go toe-to-toe in a way, and Schwartz for South Medford going 9 of 16 for 82 yards and threw an interception, as did Peroza. The rushing totals were a little bit jarring. If you're a Panthers fan or that just followed South Medford, you've been impressed with how dominant South has been running the football. 328 rush yards per game here on the season. But today they were limited to 98 rush yards for South Medford in this game. A third of what, less than a third actually, of what they normally are able to produce. So full credit to the defense today of Sheldon. 166 rush yards for the Irish, spread out among 4 different players, with 97 rush yards for Peroza. Tuioti had 45, 17 for Peterson, 7 for Thomas. For South Medford, Cameron Ragu led the way, 11 carries, 40 yards. Ryder Scheid, 5 carries for 12 yards. 4 carries, 16 yards for Bridger Foss. Colby Schwartz, the quarterback, had 15 yards on 5 totes and 15 yards rushing on a couple touches for Wes Boyd. The receiving stats for Sheldon, how about Rocco Graziano? 4 catches, 55 yards, and a couple field goals. He made a 34 and 46 yarder. It was Will Haberland with offers to play at Idaho and Montana collegiately. He had a big game on both sides of the ball. 3 catches, 46 yards. A catch for 49 yards for Peterson. Tuioti, 2 catches for 9 yards. For South Medford, it was 4 catches, 42 yards for Mike Duclos. Bridger Foss had 3 catches for 24 yards. Johnny Ingram with 1 catch for a yard, and Ingram also had an interception on defense for the Panthers, his second of the year. Ryder Scheid for the Panthers with 1 catch for 7 yards. Sheldon looks forward to trying to extend this win streak. They'll be playing against North Medford on Friday in Eugene. For South Medford, they'll be back in action next week against Grants Pass, and you can watch it here at Spiegelberg Stadium in person or TableRockSports.net. Thanks for joining us here from Spiegelberg Stadium. That was the Know Your Role postgame show, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission Know Your Role postgame show. John L. Scott scoreboard final score 27-0. That's the final. South comes up short. So no touchdowns on the board today for the Panthers or field goals, but they came close and were able to move the ball. We'll see if South can learn some lessons from this game and move forward. Again, thanks for joining us here from Spiegelberg Stadium. For Colton Treadway, I'm Chris Clayton. Sheldon wins it today 27-0 over South Medford. Have a good night.